The Book of the Secrets of Enoch. This new fragment of early literature came to light through certain manuscripts which were recently found in Russia and Serbia, and so far as yet known has been preserved only in Slavonic. Little is known about its origin except that its present form. It is written somewhere about the beginning of the Christian era. Its final editor was a Greek, and the place of its composition, Egypt. Its value lies in the unquestioned influence which it has exerted on the writers of the New Testament, some of the dark passages of the latter being all but inexplicable without its aid. Although the very knowledge that such a book ever existed was lost for probably 1,200 years, it nevertheless was much used by both Christian and heretic in the early centuries, and forms the most valuable document in the study of the forms of early Christianity. The writing appeals to the reader who thrills to lend wings to his thoughts and fly to mystical realms. Here is a strange dramatization of eternity, with views of creation, anthropology, and ethics. As the world was made in 6 days, so its history would be accomplished in 6,000 years, or 6 million years, and this would be followed by 1,000 years of rest, possibly when the balance of conflicting moral forces has been struck and human life has reached the ideal state. And its close would begin the 8th eternal day, when the time should be no more. Chapter 18. Of the taking of Enoch on to the 5th heaven. The men took me on to the 5th heaven and placed me, and there I saw many and countless soldiers called Grigori, of human appearance, and their size was greater than that of great giants, and their faces withered, and the silence of their mouth perpetual, and there was no service on the 5th heaven. And I said to the men who were with me, Wherefore are these very withered, and their faces melancholy, and their mouths silent? And wherefore is there no service on this heaven? And they said to me, These are the Grigori, who with their prince Satanal rejected the Lord of light, and after them are those who are held in great darkness on the 2nd heaven. And 3 of them went down on the earth from the Lord's throne to the place Hermon, and broke through their vows on the shoulder of the hill Hermon, and saw the daughters of men how good they are, and took to themselves wives, and befouled the earth with their deeds, who in all times in their age made lawlessness and mixing, and giants are born, and marvelous big men in great enmity. And therefore God judged them with great judgment, and they weep for their brethren, and they will be punished on the Lord's great day. And I said to the Grigori, I saw your brethren in their works and their great torments, and I prayed for them. But the Lord has condemned them to be under earth till heaven and earth shall end forever. And I said, Wherefore do you wait, brethren, and do not serve before the Lord's face, and have not put your services before the Lord's face, lest you anger your Lord utterly? And they listened to my admonition and spoke to the 4 ranks in heaven, and lo, as I stood with these 2 men, 4 trumpets trumpeted, together with great voices, and the Grigori broke into song with one voice, and their voice went up before the Lord pitifully.